Thank you for your patience and welcome to this exciting AMA session on Twitter Spaces. I am Ayşe from Areon Network and I'll be your host today. We have two amazing guests with us, Deniz Perçin from Areon Network and Tomer Nuni from Kima Network. Thank you both for joining us today. Let's start with some introductions. Deniz, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Deniz Perçin and I am the CMO of Areon Network. I've been working as a marketing professional in different industries, different businesses, but it was always finance oriented and financial technologies oriented. And for the past 3 or 4 years, I've been specifically working with blockchain vertical. It's a pleasure to be here and talking with everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you, Deniz. And now we turn to our other guest, Mr. Nuni. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do with Kima Network?
Hey guys, thank you for having me. My name is Tomer. I'm a 25 years digital marketeer. I'm also an angel investor for the last 12 years, writing for Forbes and Cointelegraph about DeFi and blockchain infrastructure innovations. And I'm also the CMO of Kima Network, which reinvents interoperability for the whole centralized and decentralized financial ecosystems. Happy to be here and happy to start this discussion.
Thank you, and great to have you here, Mr. Nuni. Can you tell us what Kima Network is and what makes it unique, please?
Of course. So Kima Network is a unique interoperability communication protocol that basically, as I said earlier, unifies and connects all of the decentralized and the centralized with one unique communication layer, the Kima Network itself, which operates as a very special blockchain. It's a blockchain that has no smart contracts, a blockchain with no users, a blockchain with no liquidity on it and no assets. And the blockchain itself has only validator nodes who are basically managing assets on all other blockchains. And by the unique nature of our blockchain protocol, we are enabling the existence of SDK and API that enables centralized financial ecosystems, being banks or financial applications or anything else that is centralized, to communicate with any blockchain on Earth now and in the future in a completely decentralized manner. This is Kima, and this is our unique solution. I will be happy to elaborate more about it as we move along.
Thanks a lot. That's great. Deniz, please tell us about Areon Network a little. What sets it apart from the blockchain space?
Thank you. I'm sure most of our listeners already are familiar with both Areon Network and Kima Network. So, but still, it's great to give a brief summary, I guess. We are a layer 1 blockchain solution. We are growing our ecosystem. We are looking forward to become the most comprehensive one out there. And by that, we mean we have already built our infrastructure, our chain. It's a powerful chain indeed. It's EVM compatible, scalable chain that can go up to 600,000 TPS in test environments. And practically speaking, you can send and receive transactions under 100 milliseconds. And all these features, we believe that for end users like you and me, it's going to be the solution for sending and receiving money on a day-to-day basis. And since our transaction fees are super low, we believe that this is an ideal choice for many people. And for the developers, this is also an opportunity because now they have a tool where they can, start innovating upon. They can use it to for any highly demanding innovation or project they have there in mind. It can be an AI solution. It can be anything really. Since the chain is powerful, they can keep innovating on it without any hesitations for scalability or due to the low transaction fees. They will be more than happy to, choose our chain over our competitors. We understand this is a big and ambitious road, but this is something we have started walking, and we don't have any intentions of backing down now. And I mean, the chain is just the start. Obviously, there are many more components, but I will talk about them more down this chat. So for now, I think this should suffice.
Thank you. Mr. Nani, what are the benefits of Kima network not using smart contracts in its protocol?
So, well, there are many benefits of not using smart contracts. I will start maybe by explaining how we are operating in a unique manner that is different from other interoperability solutions out there, that will basically answer better on the question of what is better in not using smart contracts, because it will become quite obvious once I will start explaining how we actually operate. Then Kima, as I said, is a communication protocol that is completely decentralized, has no smart contracts, has only validator nodes on it, completely agnostic to any blockchain technology now and in the future, and to any blockchain, to any digital asset now and in the future. And it is all being enabled thanks to the fact that we have no smart contracts running on it. So how Kima operates? Normal interoperability solutions consist, as you know, in smart contracts or oracles. Both of these are softwares. Softwares were written by men, by people. Everything that was programmed by someone can be hacked by another. Basically, software can be looked at as some kind of a maze or a problem or a riddle written by one person and can be solved by another person. In our case, that would be a hacker that will find ways to exploit the smart contract or to blind the oracle, and will find ways to cheat one of the sides, and by that basically draining money from one side of the bridge by exploiting the other side. So for example, if you're sending today 100 USDC from Solana to Ethereum, you will be sending 100 USDC to a smart contract in Solana to one side of the bridge. That smart contract, once confirming the arrival of the 100 USDC, will initiate 100 USDC transaction on the Ethereum side, and by that we will be concluding the bridging of the 100 USDC. If I'm finding a way to exploit one side, to abuse it, I will basically be able to drain one side of the bridge from all of the liquidity locked on it. This is very, very risky, and it's very, very limiting. It's limiting by technology. It's risky because it means that our money is not safe. It's being managed by software. And it's also usually very, very slow compared to other modern solutions. So how Kima operates? So I will start by saying that Kima, if bridges are working from above, let's say the networks, then Kima works, you can say, as a layer below. Kima sits underneath all of the existing blockchains and financial ecosystems, and Kima enables the connection to it by placing relays on all other blockchains who provide the access point to the Kima network. Imagine that a Kima relay or a connector would be something like the Ethernet internet socket that you have in your home. So when you're connecting a DApp, in our example, you don't need to move the assets or the data anywhere. You will just be directly connecting to the network and to the other side simply by using the relay. Let's do that. Let's do that transfer now. So I'm going to send 100 USDC the same way from Solana to Ethereum. So sending 100 USDC on Solana, a smart contract on Solana receives the 100 USDC, but the smart contract does not initiate anything on the other side on Ethereum. What a smart contract does is basically sending a message to the Kima network, prompting that it has received 100 USDC and requesting that 100 USDC will be sent to a certain address on Ethereum. Now, the following magic happens. The message goes down through the relay to the Kima network. The Kima network receives the message, and now the validators need to physically go to the address and see that 100 USDC indeed arrived, safe and sound, and are sitting on that address. Now, 2/3 of the validator nodes on the Kima network need to physically go and validate that indeed the 100 USDC have arrived on Solana. Once they do, they're moving to the second step. Second step is releasing a shard of the private keys stored on each validator's CPU core. We're using Intel's technology called TEE or T to store these shards. We are decrypting them and forming now the network basically is forming the required private keys to the MPC vault sitting on the Ethereum side in order to initiate the delivery of the 100 USDC to the target address. So 3 theoretically unhackable stages happen here. First of all, we did not send any asset. As you can see in our example, no assets were moving from any side to another. The 100 USDC were left on the Solana side, and we just sent a message. A message contains no asset, so nothing can be stolen. This is the first theoretically unhackable stage. No asset, nothing to steal. Second stage would be the actual presence of validators who need to validate that the money indeed was sent and arrived safely to that target address. So physically, 2/3 of the validators need to confirm that the money was there. Theoretically unhackable. You need the money physically to arrive, and 2/3 of the validator nodes need to actually validate and see that it's there. Again, theoretically unhackable. Third step was sharding. The sharding technology we used to store the shard of the private key on the CPU core of each validator that participated in this validation process. Again, theoretically unhackable. You will need to hack at the same time all of the CPU cores of all of the validators, and then decrypt all of the encrypted shards, and then again decrypt the private keys required for the MPC vault transaction on the Ethereum side. So these are just the 3 central theoretically unhackable stages that we took in order to send the 100 USDC. Now, I'm sorry that it took a little bit of time to explain how we actually operate, but it's important to understand how the Kima network is operating to understand why we're theoretically unhackable, faster and cheaper than all the rest of the solutions out there, and why we're not even competing with the rest, but we are here to enhance and to upgrade their existing interoperability solutions. Imagine that Kima is like Google Android presented to phone manufacturers, where they were still using Microsoft Windows Pocket PCs, Nokia Symbian devices, BlackBerry OS, Palm OS, and the rest of the prehistoric mobile operating systems. We are in that example like Google Android. We're not competing. We're not here to take anyone's business. We're here to enhance everything and to make it better for both the users and the protocols. Now, you notice that I said that we're also faster than the rest. Then how can it be? Because the example that I told you was very, very long. Now, all of the Kima magic although it took a while to explain, happens in the speed of light. If you've noticed, when I gave you the example of how Kima operates, there were no computation processes taking place in order for Kima to operate. The only thing that took a little bit of time was the Solana smart contract and then the Ethereum smart contract. So on the Kima's side, we worked at the speed of light, at the speed of the internet, exactly like we're having this X space. No latency happening at the speed of light, the speed of internet. We did no computations, no latency in order to operate, even though it was very complex and very, very slow, as one may think. By that, we're providing the best, we believe, the best and most secure way to operate between any blockchain and any other blockchain in a completely agnostic manner to the technology or the digital asset being used. And that's how we're the only ones who are enabling centralized entities to connect directly to the blockchain because we have no smart contracts. Imagine that with Kima, for example, if you have a Robinhood account, you can connect your Robinhood app account directly to your Solana wallet, directly to your Ethereum wallet, and buy Apple stocks directly with Bonk, buy whatever stock you want directly with Ethereum, connect your bank directly to your Ethereum wallet address, and use your ETH to send a Euro transaction through SEPA to a friend in another country even. All of that and more is enabled by the Kima network, by our unique technology that is using no smart contracts. And yeah, that's who we are and what we do. Sorry it took a little bit of time to explain.
No worries. Thank you for this clear explanation. And Dennis, back to you. How will Areon become the most comprehensive layer 1 network?
Thank you. This is a tough question because whatever you do, you want to be the number one, obviously. It might be a project you're running, it might be a DeFi project or whatever. And in our case, what we are providing is the infrastructure, the basis for everyone else to work on. So in a way, we have to compete for the attention of not just end users that buy, sell, and invest in crypto, but also we need to vie for the attention of developers who are willing to, expand and keep innovating in the space. So technically speaking, in order for us to become the most comprehensive network out there, we need to become competitively more advantageous for developers to choose us over our competitors. It's simple mathematics, right? How do we do that? We have adopted the understanding of just using our chain for what it is meant for only. Meaning we don't have any profit or benefit expectations from the chain transactions. Allow me to explain. As I said, our transaction fees are ridiculously low at this moment. It's like 0.000 something, right? So it is arguably quite competitive. But on top of this, we also adopted the deflationary approach, meaning that at the end of each quarter, our chain automatically burns the transaction fees that are accumulated in a specific wallet. So over the time, our maximum supply will actually keep decreasing, meaning that this will be in the benefit of all users of our chain and also for everyone who are using our native coin called Areon. So this is one way to go. You have to make sure that you're competitive in terms of monetary value, in terms of the costs that are associated with using your chain or your products. Now that we established that, the second one will be for sure reaching out to developers and finding several ways to encourage them, to incentivize them to work with us. For this, from time to time, we will plan and do hackathons or targeted bounties for specific purposes. Our first hackathon was a couple of months ago, actually, in the beginning of this year, and we selected some projects that were, most of them, for them, it was the first time they were competing in a hackathon. But some of them had great ideas, and we decided to actually support these people, to give them a chance to show what they can do. Because we understand that for developers out there, for innovators, it's super difficult to find opportunities, even though the Web3 and blockchain industry, this vertical, is booming, literally, quite literally, ever since the creation of Bitcoin, let's say. Nowadays, it's getting much better, and it will definitely get much better because people understand that decentralized finance is a great solution to the current setup, and there are alternatives. There is so much more to do, obviously, but still, it's a great start, in our opinion. All that being said, as a developer, as a builder who's just starting his or her career, you will face the problems like, am I going to get funding? Am I going to find the right people to engage with? Will I have a proper community to work with? So these are the questions in their minds, and we understand that. And for us to become the most comprehensive and hopefully one of the major networks out there, we have to approach these people with open arms. We have to show them that if they're going to keep building, we're going to keep supporting them. So that's why we have these hackathons, these incentive programs, these grant programs, always open 24/7, by the way. All you have to do is just, go to our website and apply for this. And as a result, we will receive your application. And after a brief review, we will see how we can help you. You might need funding. You might need technical help. You might need, marketing help. All this and more we can provide. Now, this is one way to go. Another way to go is obviously by finding projects that are already at some place, right? People or builders who are already working with some chains, but they want to integrate with other chains. And if their product is chain agnostic, obviously this is an option for us too. As I mentioned, we have an EVM compatible chain, so this is no problem for us. It's easily one of the mostly available products in the market, right? So long story short, we want to increase the number of ecosystem projects that are using Areon chain for whatever reason they need it. And we promise that in return, we will give you a powerful chain, a scalable chain, and there will be no technical problems whatsoever from our side. In terms of security, in terms of stability, we guarantee that to you, to developers, I mean, in this case. And from the developers, we just ask for them to show us some faith and trust, because obviously there are great alternatives out there. We're not going to lie. There are fantastic networks out there that they might choose to build upon. But there is really no reason for them to not to have a look at Areon, at least, just to see the differences, just to see the similarities and how they can work with us. So this is our challenge. This is how we will become the most comprehensive network, by reaching out to people as much as we can, by telling them, we understand your difficulties. We have the solution for your difficulties. We understand you need X, Y, and Z, and we guarantee you that we will provide these for you. This will always be our strategy, open arms to the developers, always supporting, always showing them the support for innovation. This is one way. For our investors, obviously, for those who made us who we are today, this is absolutely out of question. They will be one of the number one targets for us. For them, Areon Network will keep adding new products and new components to the ecosystem. Areon X, our upcoming centralized exchange, is a great example. So our holders will have amazing benefits, starting with a great airdrop as advertised months ago. And Areon X will be just one of those great projects that will bring lots of value to our ecosystem. Lots of great push, great boost to our native token, native coin, because then there will be a lot of transactions, a lot of volume. And, step by step, we will keep pushing ourselves forward. We understand right now the markets are going through tough times. We can, see it everywhere. on Twitter, on any other space, any other medium where the crypto communities are gathered. We understand, and we just want people to know that Areon will be strong and go through this process as usual, as it happened in the previous bear market. So there's a lot to look forward to for anyone who is interested in Areon, but more on that later. So for now, I can say the best way to become the most comprehensive one is by getting accepted and adopted by the builders of this space, I would say. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Nonia, what is next for Kima Network? Any big plans this year?
So, many big plans. Before I'm starting to tell you all about our big plans and our exciting news, I will just add to what my colleague just said before me and wrapped up his conversation with. And of course, guys, this is nothing that I'm going to say now is a financial advice. Do your own research, etc., etc., etc. You know the drill. We're all grown-ups here. Then do your own research before. But I will be saying this. Usually, the markets tend to correct, and the market cannot always go up. Although, many degens or people, who started trading yesterday or swapped a few ETH to a few meme coins think that they are now know how to become the next billionaires, and they found out the hack to life. Believe, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Markets are correcting. Every market is correcting. Profit taking is completely fine. Looking for new resistance points and growing out from them is perfectly fine. The market will be fine. The industry will be fine. And I remind you, this market time that, it's not that hard, for those of us who have been in a few bears. I can tell you guys right now, the market is perfectly well. The market is even great. But every time that the markets are booming, people are looking back and said, oh no, imagine what would have been now if I just bought it, like 4 months ago, 6 months ago. And everybody are looking back, where everybody were scared and everybody were running away and saying, how didn't I buy? And now everybody are scared and, everybody are running away and running for their lives, out of the market before it will go down to zero. Then, of course, do not invest in every stupid thing that is out there. Invest, do your own research, invest wisely. Understand what you're piling into. Do not ape into one position thinking that you're cool because some anonymous guy with the monkey picture told you on Twitter. Research, understand what you're doing. But definitely, guys, the markets will be fine. This is just a correction. And even if it will be a bear, it will be fine. The industry will prevail and will continue. And no one is turning off the lights here. Profit taking is completely fine. The markets cannot always go up. I'm telling it to my friends, investors around me, to the entrepreneurs that I've invested in. The markets go down. It's completely fine, guys, that the markets will correct. They cannot always go up. So, that being said, what's new for Kima? So, a lot of new things are happening for Kima. To those of you who are not following the news, we announced our some big news with MasterCard, with FinSec Innovation Labs, of some few things that we're doing. MasterCard are of our backers through FinSec Innovation Labs, who are backing us, owned by MasterCard. We're working closely with the teams about various solutions that are related to their world. Soon probably we'll hear more about this. If you want to read about the recent news, just Google Kima and MasterCard and go to Google News. You will see all about it in a few languages even, Cointelegraph, etc. More big partnerships with some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies, especially telecommunication companies, are coming very, very soon. Partnerships with tier 1 exchanges. Not in as a listings actually on this time, but more of an actual partnership to provide crypto on and off solutions, ramp on and off solutions between the centralized and the decentralized. Many more exciting announcements regarding our expected TGE. As some of you probably know or following us, we delayed it. We were supposed to go live in June, but we rescheduled to around September due to the market turbulence and due to the instability of the current markets. Only one chance for a first impression. You can only launch a token once, and we're planning to do it right for both the community and our investors, and for the sake of the Kima project and the success of the Kima protocol. Looking now to around September time. Other than that, stay tuned and follow us on our X, on our Telegram, on our Discord, and the rest of our social channels and communities. We're updating non-stop about partnerships. We're having great Twitter spaces like that great AMA today that we are again thankful for having with you guys. Follow us. You will see many more of these with many more of our partners. And stay tuned because we have a lot of news to share with you, and we will share them as we are able to and as they come. Yeah, that's from us.
Thank you. Today also we are featuring a project incubated by Areon Network. It is called CoinPays. Dennis, can you tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, we are very much interested in boosting new projects so that they can, become a part of our network, our ecosystem. We believe that this is the surefire way to, keep growing your network, keep growing your, utility in a sense, because now that we have the network, now that we have the chain, what's next? I mean, obviously you have to populate it with new dApps, new technologies, so that people who are using Area for one way or another, they can start using these services as well. That's really the whole point of building the network, right? So one of these projects was actually before CoinPays. One of the projects was called Synthetic AI. Some of our followers might remember this. This was the first project we incubated, right? This was a project combining AI and NFT technology. It was a fun project, and it is about to start its first live version this week, right? So this is just one of the upcoming news I can share. And as you remember, to incubate and to support this project, we did two ICOs to launch token sales, sorry. And we actually partnered with Crypto Hub to do this. Now, there was a lot of interest in that project, and this actually changed the life and changed maybe the career path of the team behind synthetic AI. So we understand that this was a huge thing for them, and we just want to keep doing this with trusted projects because, first of all, this is great for our community to invest in the project of a promising and prospecting project, right? And second, it's going to keep adding more added value actually to our network and to our coin too. So CoinPays is actually the next one, right? CoinPays is very smart and very down-to-earth project in my eyes. These guys have a fantastic solution to integrate crypto payments instantly for any type of business. So if you are just starting your business, or if you are a business who has been receiving fiat payments so far, and you might be wondering if you can, what you need to do to get started with the crypto hype. Maybe you have customers abroad and you're having some costly payments for your customers outside of your country. This is where crypto comes into play. As we all know, we are familiar with it, but for the mainstream community, for the most of the payers and the customers out there, it still can be a mystery. these guys, CoinPays, came up with an excellent solution. They have a ready-made plugin type of solution, a technology where you can easily integrate with your existing solutions, or even so, within minutes, you can actually start from scratch. So if you decide that you want to sell some services online, I don't know, whatever it can be, or a product, you can just contact these guys and they will set you up in a matter of hours. So this is great, in my opinion, because you're not only helping yourself, but you're also helping others to achieve their dreams too, because you're enabling others to keep on adding value to the global economy. That's great. So when we talked to the project owners, we realized this is a great idea, and we said, okay, guys, we're gonna help you. We're gonna incubate you. We're gonna back you in many ways we can. So for CoinPays, there will be a token, and after this tokenization process, they will also start doing launchpads, more than one, token sales with launchpads. So they have something to look forward to. How we did that? We started by introducing this project to our community. We told them, guys, this is a new project. We like the idea. Here are their tokenomics. Here is the technology behind it. This is what they're trying to do. So if you believe in this project, again, do your own research, obviously. But if you like what you see, we believe this project is endorsed by our foundation. That's it. So this will be the path for CoinPays. If you're interested, please don't hesitate to visit their website, their socials. Just have a look at their website, see if you like the roadmap, and if you find it just interesting. If you think that this project can come to some point in the future to a better place, then for sure you should be interested. And CoinPays is the second one, but there will be many more to come. We are always on the lookout. Our team is talking to a lot of project owners. So if we find interesting projects that are worth backing, if we trust them, if we check and we find it that they have a utility, if they are useful, you can bet that Areon Foundation will keep pushing these projects, keep elevating these projects, and Areon Network investors will always benefit from these little sub-projects, these incubations. Thank you.
Thank you both for sharing these insights. It's been a pleasure hearing about the innovative work happening at Areon and Kima. Now it is time for audience questions. This is for Kima. What are the key innovations that Kima Network brings to the cross-chain and off-chain transfer space?
Oh, well, I thought that I've been very explanatory about them, but I will be more than happy to explain them again. Then thank you for the opportunity to answer again. Which benefits? First of all, no smart contracts. The most secure solution to date to transfer assets in a completely agnostic manner to the blockchain technology used by any of the sides, and to the digital asset being transferred between any of the sides. And of course, I'd say one of the most important and crucial innovations is the ability to connect the centralized and the decentralized financial ecosystems together in a completely seamless manner and decentralized manner, to truly onboard the next 1 billion users to DeFi. It became a trend to say, we're here to onboard the next 1 billion users to DeFi, but how will you do it? No one is actually explaining how easy it's going to be. I will tell you how it's going to be that easy. It's going to be that easy when users will not even know that they're using DeFi, without even knowing that they're using blockchain, without even understanding anything about decentralization, blockchain, tokenization, and crypto, by just using the technology. Exactly like nowadays, you don't need to be a PHP developer in order to have your own website. You just go to Facebook and you open your own profile and you start writing and sharing and uploading videos and images. Exactly as the magic that happened by the Web 2, so to say. Now it's called the Web 2 social media revolution era, exactly by simplifying and making these technologies accessible to everyone. Kima is innovating and revolutionizing and disrupting this industry by just enabling every person on earth to use the amazing blockchain technology and harness the power of digital asset ownership without even understanding anything about blockchain or knowing how it operates and what it requires.
Thank you, Mr. Nani. Dennis, can you provide insights into the roadmap for CoinPays and the key milestones it aims to achieve in short, medium, and long term?
Yeah, absolutely. So since this AMA is featuring CoinPays as well, I think it makes sense to talk about them a little bit more, maybe. As I said, CoinPays is building a solution, right? The solution is mostly targeted towards business owners, but there's a reason why I'm saying mostly. These guys have made it so simple for anyone who is interested in collecting crypto payments. But this is important in our eyes because as the foundation knows this much better than I do, because I'm with the Areon staff team, obviously, but when they look at a new project, when someone applies to us for a grant or for the opportunity to be incubated, right? We check a couple of things, like as if we are investing in it ourselves. Okay, so basically we check if the team is solid. We talk to them. We try to understand what they know and what is lacking from their side. We try to understand what are the weak points in their business model and how they actually intend to pursue their business, right? This is critical for us because if you are not actually the executive of your own project, the network that you're working with will most certainly cannot help you, right? So this is crucial. This is something we check first and foremost. Are the people working on the project are competent or not? This is key. Now, the next is we check if what they're building here is worth pursuing. As in, does the project have any utility? So after checking these, we turn to the roadmap. We try to understand, okay, guys, you have plans. You have an idea. You have the team. Where do you want to go? In 3 months, in 6 months, where do you want to be in this project, right? At that moment, we pretty much actually receive our answer to whether we are going to support this project or not. Because when they tell us, this is the point we wish to go, this is the point we wish to arrive, but with the funding we have at the moment and with the team we have, it's unlikely. So that's why it's going to take us 6 months, let's say. And then we tell them, well, this is achievable in maybe 2 or 3 months. So let's help you with this and that. So this is the clearly the way how we engage. As specifically for CoinPay's case, we can see that they have big plans because when we discussed this incubation project, these guys already had a working product. They already had clients from over 25 countries. Okay, so they were already helping businesses start receiving crypto payments. So gladly we said we can help you expedite your goals. We can help you achieve these goals faster. So when I look at their roadmap, actually, as I'm looking at it right now, in fact, I can tell you that the first step will be, the key factor will be the launch of their token. A lot of things ride on it because these guys need a functioning income from the fund, because then they will reinvest everything to expand their business, and gradually over time there will be lots of listings. I can see on the list of their roadmap items here. But this is really the way to go for many projects. Listings on centralized exchange, decentralized exchange. This is an important criterion. As for Areon network, just a quick recap. A lot of people knows that we are, eagerly awaiting Areon X, the arrival of our centralized exchange this year. But beyond that, we have tons of opportunities and tons of surprises coming for our investors. There will be partnerships. There will be great partnerships. There will be integrations to mainstream products. There will be a lot of additional dApps joining our ecosystem beyond, synthetic AI and beyond CoinPays. That will be great additions, I can tell you. We will never lose our focus of community. There will be new expansions into different communities in different languages, because this is a critical point. We always believe in growing into new countries and actually engaging with them with their local languages. So you can expect a lot more growth in terms of community and a lot more growth in terms of partnerships, and there will be brilliant opportunities of token sale, of launchpads coming up as soon as Areon Foundation just puts that stamp of approval on new projects. So stay tuned, guys, for both CoinPays and both for Areon, for sure. This year will be quite busy.
Thank you. And Mr. Noni, the listeners still wonders who are the major investors of Kima Network.
Oh, okay. So regarding our investors, first of all, I'm inviting you all to visit our website. It's kima.network, KIMA.network. You can see probably a list of our partners and main central investors there. To name a few, I can tell you that, as you already know, discussed it a little bit before here, we're being backed by FinSec Innovation Labs, our partners from MasterCard there, being backed by Big Brain Holdings, being backed by Blockchain, being backed by Castrum Capital, Permanent Ventures, Gains Associations, Outlier Ventures, Wall Street Bets VC, Founderheads, and the list is quite long. Of course, we're being incubated by ChainGPT Labs and also being backed by ChainGPT Labs. Our IDO is going to be, of course, on ChainGPT Launchpad. To those of you who are part of it. And yeah, I think these are the main central names. In terms of angels, you can also see great angels who are backing us, advisors and ambassadors. Some of them you may know, George from Crypto or Us, Ivan on Tech, just closed new agreements and investment from Crypto Banter team. And yeah, being backed by some other tier one individuals and names in the industry. Again, feel free to visit our website and learn more about us and our backing.
Thank you. And the last question is for Areon Network. How is Areon Network engaging with the developer community to encourage building on the platform? And what support and incentives are in place to foster innovation?
Okay, great. Yeah, I think we touched upon this in previous questions, but sure. As I said, this is the key for us. This is definitely the backbone of our growth strategy. We want developers to work with Areon, simple as that. And we will do everything in our power to make this happen, to make this keep happening. The objective way to do it is obviously becoming, competitively more advantageous than your competitors. Sure, you have to be faster, you have to be more scalable, you have to provide something that others don't. This we will keep doing. It's a game of numbers. If you just keep undermining your competitors' transaction fees, if you keep showing everyone that your technology is somewhat superior, it doesn't get congested like in the case of any other major ones. Not gonna name names here, but if you keep showing people that what you have is working and it's gonna keep working for a very, very long time, then you have a very strong case of telling these developers that your project is safe with us. You will have the home you're searching for. And the second, maybe the criterion would be the community itself. How you engage with your community and how you make them approach new projects. Luckily for us, Areon Network is blessed with a community who are super passionate and super loyal. And as soon as we show people that we are supporting a project, they spread the love. They show the new project owners all the love they show to Areon Network too. So this is great. The next one will always be looking out for the developers, right? We will just have to be there where they are looking for support. So if there's a forum, if there's a place like Reddit or like Discord, Telegram, if they're searching for answers, if they're searching for opportunities, we have to be there, and we will keep being there for them. There will be more hackathons. There will be more bounty hunting sessions. There will be more grant opportunities. As I said, this is a 24/7 open offer to everyone. We have this form that you may find on our website and socials, right? And basically, if you just fill the form and tell us a little bit about your project, we will see how we can help you. So I encourage everyone to just visit one of our communities. It can be Telegram, it can be Discord, and just, tell us what you're working on, and let's see how we can help you. There's always a way. And we believe that our technology will be the basis for many, many great innovations. Probably, possibly, one of the greatest, ideas out there is just looking for a new home at the moment, right? You guys have a fantastic idea. They just need a layer one solution, a chain to start working on it. So rest assured, we will be there to meet these guys. We will just help them. We will, maybe we will just be funding, incubating your next favorite project. Who knows? So that's the idea for Areon Network. We will just keep looking out there for developers who just need a new home. And we will provide them that warm, nurturing space environment in our ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you both for all your answers and explaining everything clearly. That's all for today. Make sure to follow Areon Network and Kima Network on Twitter for more updates. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for joining. And Tomer, thank you so much for being our guest. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Likewise, thank you. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for having us today. It was fun.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Aisha. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.